What's up, world? Back again with another video. Y'all see I got slinkies on my back, bro. Pause. But this is the first time I have ever returned some slinkies to Vita. So of course I'm going to Vita. Y'all already know that. Vita like my second home. But this is the first time I've returned slinkies back. I never returned slinky coils back to Vita, but I'm returning these. And I'm assuming it's because of the storm that happened out there in Carrollton, because we typically drop this off in Carrollton. I would go to Van Buren out there in Arkansas, but these are returning back to Vita, so I'm on my way to Vita. I'm gonna stop in Beaumont. That's where I'm gonna rest at. Wake up first thing in the morning. Go to Vita, drop these off, and see what's in store for the rest of the week. So, yeah, y'all see how I tighten this down? You know, did my pre-trip, check my lights, make sure everything is on point. On Friday, bro, I thought my headlights was out. I go to wiggling stuff around, pause, and I didn't need a new bulb or anything. It was just, I don't know, I think it's like a shortage on my wire or something. I don't really know what's really going on, but that's here no or there. It's working now, as y'all can see. Boom. Lights good. Everything good. Check out the lights. I just had some El Pollo Loco. That's free promo. Hey, El Pollo Loco, send me that check, man. Nah, I'm kidding. But El Pollo Loco is good. Well, yeah, I'm on my way. About to get to it, man. I need to stop showing with the area I'm in on the cool, bro. I'm giving too much away. Y'all better not be coming looking for me and shit. Y'all let me make it. But yeah, let me get to it, man. In this video, I'm gonna give y'all my 6-month review. Been here 6 months, man. God is good, bro. 6 months. So I'm gonna tell y'all how I really feel about the company. Tell y'all the pros and the cons. Y'all know it's pros and cons to everything. So I'm gonna give it to y'all all the way 100 about McElroy, or McElroy, what I used to call it. Just tell y'all everything, my experience with the company and how it's going so far. So yeah, I'm gonna give it to y'all 100, but let me knock out this drive, get to my truck stop, park it, then I'm gonna get back with y'all. All right, so let me get to it. So after I drove yesterday, man, I got on the phone and I started watching a movie, all that. Nah, bro, I was doing the most. So I didn't get a chance to make the video last night, but first thing in the morning, man, top of the morning, we outside. About to get this stuff off my trailer. But in the meantime, I wanted to do my 6-month review. I'm gonna start off by giving my honest opinion about the staff, the pay, and the lows. So those are the 3 things I'm going to talk about. After I do that, I'm going to give you my 6-month experience, what I've experienced being on this road, and how I feel about it, and what I'll be doing moving forward. So let me get into it. So like I said, the 3 things I'm going to let y'all know about is the pay, the staff, and the lows. I'm gonna start off with the staff. When it comes to McElroy truck line, the staff here is A1. Bruh, I have no complaints about the staff. None whatsoever. From the headquarters in Alabama to the terminal in Ennis, which is the terminal that I work at. No complaints. Everybody's been good. Everybody's been respectful. When it comes to the staff out there in Alabama, the week that I was out there, everybody was very respectful. They were helpful. They were down to earth, man. Everybody was down to earth. Everybody was just, you know what I mean, happy and excited that, you know, we were joining aboard, and, you know what I mean, we were willing to learn. They were just happy for us, you know what I mean? A lot of us, it was our first job out of CDL school, so they were just extremely happy for us, for our start to our future, and they were helpful because they understood that this was our first job. They didn't want anything to happen to us. They wanted us to make it home every weekend to our family and friends. They wanted us to make as much money as we can. They wanted us to not be stressed out and depressed while being on this road. So they did everything in their power to avoid all those things and make our experience the best experience possible. And I thank them for that. When it comes to the staff out there at the terminal, the same thing. When it comes to the mechanics, all the mechanics was cool. Shout out to all the mechanics at Ennis. Super cool. They're my boys, man. They're my boys for real. They super cool, very helpful, and just down to earth. The mechanic manager, shout out to him, man. Same thing, bro. Everybody's like extremely cool and down to earth. Hold on, we moving. So yeah, like I was saying, the staff, mechanic, manager, everybody was cool. The dispatch, they're cool. Both of them. We got a new dispatch now. I think he probably been there for about a month now. But the previous dispatch, he was cool too. So shout out to him. Shout out to my dispatch. He's extremely cool. I don't know if he want me to put his name out there like that, so I'm not gonna put his name out there. I don't mind putting his name out there because, like I said, I'm cool with him. So I don't mind shouting him out by his name, but you know, I know that some people don't like me using their name, and then some people do. So I try my best to avoid using people's names. But shout out to my dispatch. He's super cool. I will say this: a lot of people may think the dispatch come off as rude, but they're just doing their job, bro. Like, we gotta stop being so sensitive. And I understand, like, during these times, like, it's just a sensitive generation. Like, I don't know, just everybody's just so sensitive nowadays. But at the same time, bro, like, he's being firm and straightforward because you're operating a truck and trailer, and he cares about your life, and he wants you to make it home safe and sound every week. So that's the only reason why he's so straightforward and so firm, pause, when it comes to telling drivers what to do, what not to do, things like that. So I don't blame him. I talked to him the other day, and I told him that, like, bro, when we were on the phone one time, he was like, man, I'm not trying to come off as rude and stuff. So when I seen him in person, I just let him know, like, bro, you're not coming off as rude. I understand where you're coming from. Like, I understand your job. So, you know what I mean? You ain't got to tell me I'm not coming off as rude and stuff like that, bro. I know whatever you tell me isn't coming from a malicious place. So, you know what I mean? Good in my book. So basically let him know that, and you know, he was a good person, and just left it at that. But a lot of people, they say, man, dispatch be rude and all this. Man, look, I don't know y'all situation, so I can't call it, but I will say, in my situation, he never came off as rude. So I'm gonna leave it at that. So dispatch is cool. The terminal manager is extremely cool. And when it comes to the terminal manager and the dispatch, one thing that I really like about this company is, bro, they not howling us every day, all day. Like, they not just blowing you up. Hey, where you at, man? You supposed to have been there already. Like, they not on none of that. You know what I'm saying? They let you know what you need to do. They give you your load, and they trust that you're gonna be responsible enough to get to the drop-off location in a timely manner and get unloaded and move on to the next load. So they don't try to micromanage any of the drivers, and I appreciate that part of the company. So staff is super cool. Shout out to I almost shouted her name out, but yeah, shout out to the lady that helps keep the terminal up to par. She does everything in the terminal, so shout out to her. Extremely nice lady. She always asks how your day's going and how you feeling out there. She always like gives you words of encouragement, things like that. So just overall, the staff up there is just extremely nice and helpful. So A1 staff for sure. Have no issues with the staff. Now that I talked about the staff, let's move on to probably the most questions that I get as far as like things about the company. The pay. Let's get to the pay. I made a video about the pay already, but I just want to touch on it again. The pay is what it is. Like I said, I'm gonna let y'all know the direct numbers and like the exact numbers when that time presents itself. But as of right now, you know, I can't give y'all exact numbers. People, I get asked this question at least once a week, either in the comments or on Instagram. What's the pay looking like? And I always tell them the same thing. Like, bro, the pay is good. Like, the pay is decent. You know, you'll be able to make an honest living with the pay at McElroy. So it's good pay. It's decent for the amount of work, and then you got to take in consideration the amount of work you do too. So I'm gonna get on that topic when I talk about the loads, and they both kind of intertwine, because if you're not delivering loads, then you're not getting paid. But at the same time, you know, I'll break down the loads and stuff like that and the next and final topic. So pay is good. It's for the most part, it's as consistent as it's going to be. You know what I mean? It stays consistent. Sometimes it's not as consistent as you probably want it to be, but like I said, that intertwines with the loads, and we'll touch on that the next and final topic. So pay is good, and you do get detention pay and you get layover pay. All right, detention pay, layover pay, and breakdown pay. I want to say breakdown pay is like $250, and detention and layover pay is I want to say $150, $175, one of the two. So if you broke down, have no fear, you're still getting bread. If they got you waiting for a while, don't trip, you're still gonna get some bread. You know what I'm saying? So do not trip. They definitely gonna pay you. So the pay is decent, you know what I mean? I will say that this is my first job out of CDL school, so I have no complaints. I have no complaints about the pay at all. So that's the pay, and you know what I mean? Like I said, the pay is what it is. The next and final topic is the loads. Oh, and when it comes to the pay, I give the pay a B I give it a B overall. I give it a B overall. I don't know if I graded the staff, but if I forgot to grade the staff, A+. A+ staff. Bravo to the staff. Shout out to the staff. The pay, I give it a B overall. Now, let's get into the last and final topic, which is the loads. And how many loads you're going to get. So, how McElroy works is you get weekends off. So, 9 times out of 10, you may take a load home on Friday. So you may pick up a load on Friday and then take it home, deliver it Monday. So if that's how your week is going, which 9 times out of 10, that's probably how it's going to go. Sometimes you go home empty. Like the past few weeks, I've been going home empty, and I've been picking up first thing Monday. So I'll leave out Sunday afternoon. I'll go to my pickup location, get there, do my 10-hour reset, wake up first thing in the morning, I get loaded, and then I start heading to my drop-off location, drop that off on Tuesday morning. So if that's your schedule, then boom, you'll pick up Monday, drop off Tuesday, so that's 1. You pick up Tuesday, drop off Wednesday, that's 2. Pick up Wednesday, drop off Thursday, that's 3. Pick up Thursday, drop off Friday, that's 4. So you get around 4 loads. But if you take one home, then you get 5 loads a week. So on average, you get about 3 to 5. You may have weeks where you get 6 loads. It all depends. But on average, you get about 3 to 5 loads per week. And the reason why I say 3 to 5 is because you may have a week where it's a bit slow. Like I was saying when I was talking about the pay, you know what I mean? Both of those intertwine with one another, so you may have a week where, you know what I mean, they have you pick up somewhere and drop off, and then you may just deadhead back to the terminal and pick up at the DC first thing tomorrow, and then drop off the next day. So you may have weeks like that where you may have a load that you dropped off in San Antonio, and instead of picking up somewhere close to San Antonio or in San Antonio, they have you drive back and pick up at the Lowe's DC in Ennis, and then drop that load off the following day. So that could very much be the case as well. Or not even the following day, the day after. So you may have weeks like that too. So on average, you get about 3 to 5 loads. Sometimes you may get 6 loads a week. And you know what I mean? You get an average of the load. But if you deadhead, you get cost per mile. So you know what I mean? You do the math, and you know you'll make a decent amount of money per week. So that's how the pay goes. When it comes to the pay, I give the pay here a B as well. I give the pay a B as well because of the consistency. So it's not as consistent as I would prefer it to be, but for the most part it is consistent. I just would want it to be the same thing every week, you know what I mean? I don't want to go 1 week where I get 4 loads, and then the next week I get 6 loads, and then the next week I get 3 loads. I want it to be every week 4 loads, or every week 5 loads, or shit, if you're gonna do 3 loads every week, just let me know, you know what I mean? And you know, but just as long as it's just consistent, you know. So that's the only thing that I have an issue with when it comes to the loads and the pay. Alright, so I touched on those 3 topics and gave y'all my honest opinion about those 3 topics. So the 6 months that I've been here, man, it's been very good. to basically everywhere in Texas. I've been to Arkansas a good amount of times. I've been to Oklahoma a good amount of times. And this past week was the first time I've been to Louisiana. So for the most part, you're going to stay in Texas here at McElroy. You know what I mean? You're going to pick up at DC. You're going to be dropping off at the different Lowe's out here in Texas, Lowe's in Oklahoma. And that's the only places that I've experienced when it comes to the Lowe's, So McElroy has a major contract with Lowe's Home Improvement. So we go to the Lowe's DC, pick up trailers, and we get unloaded at different Lowe's Home Improvements across the state of Texas, Oklahoma, and I want to say Louisiana and Arkansas, for the terminal that I work at. Other terminals, you know, you go to their respected Lowe's DCs and their respected states that they go to. But I'm just speaking on the Texas terminal. But 9 times out of 10, it's the same for the other terminals, just different states that they go to drop off their loads. But you know, my experience has been very good. I had a rocky start, or not a rocky start, but I had a rocky couple of weeks about a month and a half ago, maybe no, last month, and I had to do remedial class. Remedial class is if you you know, make a couple of mistakes. They can be major mistakes, they can be minor mistakes, but in my situation, there were a couple of minor mistakes that I made where I had to do remedial class. With remedial class, you go back to your terminal and you meet with the trainer and you watch some videos, you do some tests, you gotta do a road test again, you gotta do a bunch of tests that you've already done before, and watch some videos that 9 times out of 10 you've already watched before in orientation, and go over the things that you made mistakes on. And I had to do that, and it actually made me a better driver just moving forward. You know what I mean? I had a good week last week. The week before that was good. The week before that was good too. So I've been on a consistent roll on just doing what I need to do, doing it the right way. So remedial actually helped me a lot. But you don't get paid for remedial at all. Like those days, so for me I had to do 2 days. Some people only do 1 day, but in those 2 days I didn't get paid not a penny, not nothing. You know what I'm saying? So don't get paid if you have to do remedial, but at the same time, if you've been making mistakes, it's a day or 2 days that 9 times out of 10 is going to help you become a better driver. So you know, you really can't complain about it. So that's been my experience here at McElroy. Just been working extremely hard and getting to it. This job isn't really too stressful on the body because, like I said, you pick up one day, you drop it off the next day. It's rare that you do same day drop off. I mean, you can if you go to the DC early. Let's just say your trailer's ready for you early, like at 8 o'clock in the morning. You get there at 8, you strap down, take you about an hour, and then you're on the road. A lot of these loads, they stop taking shipment at like 4 p.m. So if you can get there around like 12, or you can get there at like 1 or 2, then it's a good possibility that you can get unloaded the same day. And once you get unloaded, you can put in your empty call and see what you got in store for you next. It's been times where people had same day drop offs because they picked up at the Lowe's DC and then they were just dropping off like in the Dallas area. So that's only about 30 miles away. So, you know what I mean, you can drop that off and get to where you need to get to afterwards. So there's situations like that as well. So when it comes to my experience, you know what I mean, I haven't had that many same-day deliveries. I probably had like maybe 1 or 2 same-day deliveries, but for the most part, it's pick up one day, drop off next day. And that works for me because, like I said, it's not too stressful on the body. You know what I mean? You just pick up, do your little drive. You know what I mean? Make sure you at that location before 7 a.m. so you can get unloaded at 7 a.m. And that's how my experience been. I've been trying to eat better on the road, and I've been, taking my healthy supplements, things like that, drinking a lot of water. And I've been trying to do what I need to do, man, to keep myself healthy. Just got these resistant bands, you know what I mean? So I can do my thing and do a little workout while, I'm sitting around waiting and stuff like that. So, I'm just trying to make sure I stay on point and stay healthy so I can, ride this wave as long as possible until God tells me what the next move is going to be, if it's going to be the next move. You know what I mean? So when you're on this road, you got to kind of stay fit, stay healthy as possible. So that's what I'm trying to do. I've been having some strange interactions when it comes to me being at these truck stops. Like, I'm definitely gonna make a video about my experience in Arkansas because I done had some strange interactions. Some of them honestly left me just creeped out, just uncomfortable. But it is what it is. I kept my composure and I did what I needed to do. So my 6 months been good overall, man. I really enjoy McElroy. I appreciate them for giving me the opportunity to work for them fresh out of CDL school. A lot of companies I applied for, man, they just weren't hiring people fresh out of CDL school. And, I was kind of confused about that. What's going on, boss? But they didn't give chances to people like me. But McElroy, they gave me a chance, and they stuck with me when I was making mistakes. So I appreciate them for not just giving up on me and allowing me to make those mistakes and allowing me to grow with them. So, and I'm not having a bad experience with them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not out here waking up in the morning like, oh, I gotta do this. Like, nah, everything been smooth sailing with them. You know what I mean? So, shout out to McElroy, and I appreciate them for the opportunity. And I'll continue doing what I need to do with McElroy. So I'm gonna leave it like that. 6 months has been good. I've been, making money. I've been able to, stay on this road and, achieve the goals that I have for myself. So, yeah, shout out to McElroy for allowing me to work with them, and I'm gonna keep on going. But I'm gonna end a video like that. Hopefully this video helps you all out. If you're on the fence about coming to McElroy or not, you're watching this video, I'm sure it'll make your decision a lot easier. If you don't know and you asking me, I say go for it. It's definitely a good company, definitely a company that you can start your trucking career with, and you can stick around for a while. So that's what I say y'all do. I'm gonna leave it at that. As always, y'all continue to stay safe, trucking and utilize your